What is going on, you guys? Today we're going to be looking at this 2023 Chevy Traverse RS. I do want to, of course, thank Charlie Obot Auto Group in Staten, Virginia, just for letting us review this vehicle. I do want to apologize. The video is going to be a little bit different today because I don't have my wife with me. I'm hoping I can still get everything in this car, show you the room. I'll try to do my best just to show you as much as I can. I don't really have anything else to say, so let's jump right into the video. All right, starting here on the front, y'all can see, like I said, it is the RS, so it is going to be a lot more blacked out all over the whole vehicle. The RS just stands for Rally Sport, which isn't anything performance-wise. It's just going to tie it in, make it a little bit sportier when it comes to just the looks of this vehicle. Just go ahead and jumping right onto the top. You will see here on the hood, you do have your lines across it. You kind of have your almost boomerang lines coming up here on the side. Of course, you can see something kind of like, I'm not sure if you can really see it in the video there. You do have this center line that comes down, kind of ties in with your grill all the way down. So it kind of comes to a point, almost like a V on the front of this thing, which to me just makes it look a little bit more aggressive, especially with this blacked out all over it. You can see it does have your blacked out grille. You have your black Chevy badge here, your RS. Right here you can see you do have your front facing camera. So it is kind of hidden away. When you stand back, of course, you can't really see it, which is kind of cool, just so people won't see it when they see the grille, they just see it completely blacked out. Moving on down, you do have your matte black across the bottom. You do have a little bit of that chrome tied into the side. I'll get to the headlights here in just a minute, but you do have your functional vents here on the bottom just to get air to your intercooler. Moving here onto the side, you do have your housing. You got your LED turn signals and your daytime running lights. Down here, you do also have your projector beam headlights. So it is a little bit different. It's not up top. You're going to have it down here on the bottom. You can see you do have your chrome running across the bottom here. Of course, it is your black housing. Down the side, I'll show you. You do have your 20-inch. It's kind of like a gunmetal metallic gray wheels. It's not really black wheels. You can see here it's more of just like a metallic gray almost. You do have your Chevy badge in the middle. You have your silver lug nuts. You also have your black wheel wells right here, which I know a lot of times they do try to color match these, but with the black, it kind of ties it in. You can see here on the front bumper and also going down the side, it ties it into the whole vehicle. You do have your color matched mirrors here. It is not blacked out, which I guess it wouldn't have been too bad if they did black it out, just because it gives it that black tone in with all the windows. But it doesn't look too bad being color matched either. You do have your turn signals on your mirrors. Right here, you do have your Traverse badge. I'll show you. It's kind of in the middle, which you can see you do have that center line running all the way down the middle of this vehicle. So they tried tying it in right there. But it's not down on the bottom like it normally is. But, of course, it is blacked out to match everything else. Around the windows, you have your gloss black trim. On most of these, it will be your chrome. But with this package, it is all blacked out. Let me see if I can get one more side view for y'all. Which I do kind of like the gray. It's not really like a light gray. Kind of closer to white. It's more of that dark. It's not the metallic, but it is the darker gray. Looks really good just tied in with all that black across this vehicle. Here on the back, you can see you do have your new tail lights. It's kind of on this side. You can see you do have your flashers here on the side, but it also moves into the rear. You do have your dark chrome that runs across the middle here. You see back, you do have, it's not really an aggressive spoiler. You do have a tiny bit of a spoiler. You do have your brake light here on the back. You have your color matched antenna right there. And I know on some of them they have started moving the wipers up in, but this one is still just in the back window. You have your blacked out Chevy badge. Down here on the left, you have your Traverse. And on this one, I know a lot of the Traverses are the front wheel drive, but this one is the V6 and it's also the all-wheel drive. So it is going to be a little bit more than most. I'll show you the window sticker here in a little bit so y'all can get some more information, see how much it is. On the right, you do have the RS. You have your matte black bumper here on the back. I do kind of like the tailpipes. They do almost resemble what they got on the Camaros, but they put it on this SUV, which, again, with the RS, does make it look a little bit more sporty compared to most of the tailpipes that some of them are just the standard 2-inch pipe that comes out the back. So I do like how they put those on there. You do have your cap here for your towing. I'll open up the back when I get to the interior and show you, but right now I'm just going to jump to the hood, show you what's under there, give you some of the gas mileage, and then I'll get to the interior. All right, here under the hood, like I said, it is the V6. It is the naturally aspirated V6. It is your 3.6 liter. So you're going to get about 310 horsepower, 260 foot-pound of torque. Now with this being the midsize SUV in the classes is one of the fastest ones. So you're going to get a 0 to 60. Of course, with the all-wheel drive, that's probably going to help you out with some of the traction. But 0 to 60 on this is going to be, I think it's around like 6.5 seconds. I could be a little off, but I think that's pretty close to it. Now with this one, you do get 17 miles to a gallon in the city, 25 on the highway. So combined, you're looking at roughly around 20 miles to a gallon. I'm going to show you the back before I jump onto the inside. So let me jump back there and I'll show you what we got. Here on the back, before I forget to show y'all, you do have your camera here for your rear facing camera. You also have your other camera just for your digital rear view mirror. You also got your fluid right there just for washing them both off. Now to open this, you do have the button down here, of course, to open it. But I just want to show you here on the key fob, you do just have your standard Chevy badge. You have your lock, your unlock. You have a remote start on this. Also, you just double click this here to open it. So let me go ahead and open that for you guys. Here in the back, of course, for the mid-size, you do have the third row seat, which it actually impresses me how much room you still got back here. So you can throw everything here, or if you wanted to, just fold this up. You got a lot of storage underneath. So I do kind of like how when you fold this up, you can see it does lock up there. You don't have to worry about it falling on you if you're trying to put stuff back here. Let me fold this down and I will show you. I'll see if I can do this with one hand here. Of course, your rear seats do fold down if you wanted some more room here. So you got a lot more room, and actually those front seats do fold down, so you can throw something really big back here. Just fold all the seats down if you just wanted the two front seats. Here over here on the side, you have your little charger. Well, let me go ahead and jump to the inside and I'll show you everything we got. Over here on the passenger side, I'll show y'all some of this and then I'll jump into the driver's side. But I really like how they did the leather interior in this. You can see they have that red stitching across all the seats. Of course, they do have it in the back also. Over here on the side, you do have your power seats for the passenger side. I'm going to show you the door panel real quick. They do have that soft touch material here. Of course, the red stitching, like I said. You got some storage right here in the middle, more on the bottom with a cup holder. Now, this does have the Bose upgraded sound system. So I'll show you, do got the tweeters up top for that surround sound. Something I like what they did on the door panel here. You can see they had the gloss black around the handle. And a lot of times, of course, when you're trying to open and close this, you get fingerprints all over it. So they did leave around the handle and the locks all that matte black. So you don't got to worry about just cleaning off all the fingerprints just from people trying to lock and unlock this thing. Moving back to the inside, you do have your single glove box here. You got a little more storage here down on the left. Now you can see down here on the bottom, it does not have floor mats. It does come with the floor mats. You see when I get to the back, they are back here all packaged up. They just haven't been put on the inside here yet. So let me go ahead and jump over to the driver's side. I'll go over some of that stuff, and then I'll jump in the back and show you what kind of room we got back there. All right, here on the driver's side, I'll show y'all. Let me just go ahead and jump right to the door panel. Of course, it is a lot like the passenger side. You do still have that red stitching. You have your window controls and your mirror controls right here. Moving down, I did want to show y'all. So it does have, just for opening your trunk back in the back, you can set it whether or not you want it to be automatic, if you wanted to open 3/4 of the way, or if you wanted to open it all the way. So you can change all that right here. Of course, you do have your storage here in the middle. Some more on the bottom with your cup holder. Here on the inside, you do have your power seats here on the bottom. Your red stitching, just like the other side. I do want to show y'all, if I'm not mistaken, this one only has the heated seats. So I'll show y'all when I get in here. Right here on the driver's side, I do want to go ahead and show y'all down here in the middle console first. Then I'll get over here to the steering wheel. Right here on top, you do have the speakers I was telling y'all about. One here on the left. Also got the one in the middle just for that surround sound. Moving on down, you do have your 8-inch display. It is the touchscreen, of course, and you can see very responsive, very fast when you're trying to swipe through it. You do have your Apple CarPlay and your Android Auto. You have your GPS here. Let me go home. I want to show you all the cameras. You do have your front-facing camera here. You can click this. You got your backup camera. You got it just to show you if you do have the hitch on the back. Let me go ahead and pull this up and show y'all. It does have it where you can see your hitch just for backing up to the trailer. You also got your wheel wells right here. Let me see if I can get this pulled up here. And your 360 camera right here on the side. Moving down, you do have your home button. You have your back and your forward skip, of course. You have your power. But something that's really cool about this is if you have something you want to store, kind of hide. Of course, I know a lot of people know what this is, so it may not be super hidden, but you do have the option of locking it. So you can put a code. You have to put in the code on your screen first before this opens up. But you can see you got a little bit of storage back here. Just you throw something behind it and lock it up. Put this down. Down here, you do have all your climate controls. I do like how they have all the buttons. You do have your dual climate control. You have your knobs here. Let me turn this down for you. You do have your knobs. I do kind of like how it does have that digital there in the middle just to show you what it's set at. Then I was right. It does have your 3-stage heated seats. It does not have the ventilated seats, which isn't that big a deal, but just something to note if you're looking at one of these. Down here, you do have your wireless charging. You have your aux cord. You do have your 2 USB charging ports. Also another charger right there. Here in the middle, you can see you do have your red RS badge right here. Now, this is the 9-speed automatic, so you do have the options. You can see right here on the side, just to be able to shift the gears how you want it. You can see you also have your parking brake, your automatic start and stop. You do have your options for your 4-wheel drive in your trailer, of course, the different modes. You do have your lane assist here. And then, of course, you have your 2 cup holders. Here in the middle, you do have more storage. You can throw some stuff here, or you can take it out. Let me see. I'll try showing y'all. It is really deep storage, so you have plenty of room just to throw some stuff down here. I do kind of like, you can see, I'm not sure if you can see it with that view, but it is a pretty high armrest. So it's not like really low like some of them are. So you can rest it pretty comfortably while you're driving. Of course, you do have that red stitching here on the top. Moving here to the steering wheel. Of course, you do have all your cruise settings. You do have a heated steering wheel on this. Something that's a little different that I kind of wish they would have done is had that red stitching. They have it everywhere else except here on the steering wheel. Over here on the right, you do have your settings for your phone. Of course, you can control your music here. Here in the middle, you do have the option to change the screen just to show you what you want on there. It does give you your mile per gallon, how many miles you have left on a tank of gas. I do kind of like how they kept that analog, but yet still have that digital. I know a lot of times they've gone to the full digital, which isn't bad. It's just I kind of like the more classic, more old style with the analog. Over here on the left, of course, you do have your settings. You adjust the brightness on your console. You do have your settings for your lights. Up here, you do have, of course, your high beams and your low beams. Something I really do like about this, you also have your automatic high beams. So if a vehicle is coming, it'll shut your high beams off as soon as you get close to them, and as soon as you pass them, it'll turn it back on. That way you're just not having to go back and forth from your high beam and low beam. Do really like that about this one. You also just have your windshield wiper adjustments here. Up here, I did want to show y'all, of course, you do have just your classic rear view mirror, or you can flip this forward. You do have your digital rear view mirror, which you can't see on the back right now because the garage is closed. But I am really impressed just with the quality that this thing does have for your back camera. So you can just switch back and forth to which one you want. Up here, you do have your settings for your garage. You do have the button, of course, to turn on whether you want the lights to come on with the door or not, or this one here just to turn on all of them on or off. I think that just about does it for the front here. So let me jump in the middle. I'll show you what you got here in the middle, and then I'll try showing you what you got in the back as far as how much room you have back there also. Here in the back, in the middle, of course, I do want to show you all the door panels. You do have some storage right here on the top, some here in the middle, also some on the bottom. You do have your cup holder. You have your window controls right here. You do have these captain chair seats for the middle. It does not have that middle seat, just to make it easier just to be able to get in the back. Of course, it is just the regular lever here. You do not have the automatic seats for back here. But you can see you do have your little storage here on the back. It's honestly pretty small, so you're not going to be able to fit a whole lot back there. Here in the middle, you can see you do have all your settings for your air back here. You can adjust it back here. You also have your wall plug, your 2 USB plugs for more power. And right here, you do have your vents in the ceiling just to adjust where you want the air blowing, if you want it on your face or just blowing somewhere else. Now, we'll show y'all. I'm not sure if you can see, but I am 6 foot tall, like I've said in all my videos. I did have the driver's seat set where I would want to be driving. You still got plenty of space right here. You can't see in the video, but I still got a good 6 inches between my head. So, of course, plenty of headroom in this. Let me go ahead and hop in the back, and I'll try showing y'all what kind of room we got back there, and, of course, what kind of storage and if we have any more power back there. Here in the very back, guys, I'm not going to lie, there's not a whole lot of leg room. Of course, I'm not sure how often a 6 foot person is going to be sat in the very back, but you can see with the seats the way they were, I don't have much leg room, if any leg room at all. But of course, the ceiling, you do have plenty of room, so you're not going to feel too crammed back here. I do kind of like how in the back they do have your storage, you have your cup holder. You also got your charger ports on both sides. That way you don't have people in the very back fighting who gets the charger. You do also have, on the back, you do still have that leather with that red stitching. I know a lot of times they put just more of a basic material on the back seats, but they did match that with everything else. I think I've just about covered everything for the inside, so it should just about wrap up this video. So let me go ahead and jump to the outside, and I'll try finishing this up for y'all. All right, before I end this video, I know some of y'all probably want me to know how much this thing will cost. Let me try going over, because the lighting's not very good, I'll go over kind of slow. If y'all want to pause this and just take a screenshot. The one that I've shown y'all, of course, like I said, is the RS, so it's going to be that little bit sportier look to it compared to most of them. Now, this is the all-wheel drive V6, so it is going to be priced just a little bit higher than if you just got the standard front-wheel drive. But the one I've shown y'all today is priced at $46,745. All right, guys, that wraps up the video for the Chevy Traverse. I hope y'all have enjoyed watching this. As you can tell, we are in a garage, so I do want to apologize if it's been echoey for y'all. If y'all have liked watching this, just please hit that like and subscribe button. If y'all want to see any specific vehicles, leave it in the comments below. I'll try getting that out to y'all as soon as possible. Charlie Oball's website will be left in the description, so if y'all want to check out this vehicle, if y'all are looking for a new vehicle or even used vehicle, just please be sure to go and check them out. But I think that should just about do everything for this one. So until next time, I'll see y'all in the next video.